And we can be like, this is my man, and there's anything wrong with that. Like, I'm telling you what it is. Like, you're
Don't
my
do
man.
it, women, to yourself.
You're my man.
Yeah. Come on.
Okay. So, yo, what's good people? It's your girl Tay, and I have a special guest. I mean, I guess you could call him special. But this is one of my best friends. We've been friends for the longest. And typically when I have questions about relationship stuff like that, I always call him. Just kind of get like a male's perspective on things.
Yeah.
And the one question we were talking about was like, why do guys say they need to get it together before they can be in a relationship? But we good. Like, we cool. Why can't we just be in a relationship right now? So it's like, it's my man and I want him now. Like, that was kind of the question that we had. So we wanted to put it on a vlog and just kind of talk about it. So, what's your name?
My name's Damian, and
oh, Damian.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been calling him Damien for the longest.
Everybody has. I don't understand. I just want to get this out on the table first. Can I please? All right. So, the pronunciation of D-A-M-I-E-N is Damien. Pronunciation of D-A-M-I-O-N is Damian. For everybody who questions this, then you have Damon, D-A-M-O-N.
All right.
Okay. So I went a little bit too far.
At 26 years old, I've been saying his name wrong.
Gave it to her the first time, but that's fine.
Recall.
That's fine.
But no, okay, so yeah, that was the question. Like, why is it that guys say they're not ready to be in a relationship, but you do like relationship stuff? So what is the difference?
So I feel that I feel like a lot of women, you know, go into the thought process of wanting to be in a relationship just based on, you know, emotion, right? And we talk about, you know, men don't have that emotion that women have, where it's like, we don't know anything about our emotions until we're maybe in our well 40s. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of men...
How can you put an age on when you got emotions?
Well, I mean, if you look at it, a lot of men aren't truly attached to things until they have kids, they have a wife. You know, they have things that they can actually lose, and then they can recognize their emotions in losing them.
But a lot of women don't really feel like they want to have a baby by someone until they have that emotion with them. So me saying I want to be with you for forever is me saying I want to be with you for forever. Wouldn't you want that commitment first before you go having a child?
Well, I mean, let's be real here. The rates on people who have children prior to marriage are a lot higher than people who have children after marriage.
But me saying I want to be your girlfriend isn't me saying I want to be married. It's just me saying that I have feelings for you. I like you and you only. Like, some women can't like a bunch of men at the same time, whereas men can like a bunch of women at the same time. Like,
but see, that's again, and I think we talked about it earlier, was gender roles, right? Right now, a lot of women are saying, why can't we date a lot of men? You know, why can't, you know, without being called a hoe, or, you know, whatever the phrase would be. And it's like, I'm the type of guy that says, if you're going to do that, I mean, do it and recognize it like the same way men recognize it. Mm-hmm. So, and that, with that being said, is, you know, a lot of women who are freely dating other men tend to forget that, you know, men have to take that responsibility when they talk to other women, like, oh, you get around. If a man addresses a woman in that same fashion and says, hey, you get around. You're
going around the question. Why is it that y'all don't want to be with a girl when y'all feel, when things is going great? Like, we've been dating for a minute. Like, I mean, I done met your mom. Like, I don't know your, like, everybody know I like you. Like, people know that I'm fooling with just you. Why can't we just be together?
Well, what's wrong with being friends?
Ah.
Well, I mean, tell me, what's wrong with being friends? If you can tell me what's wrong with being friends in that same process.
Okay, so you've been in a situation where you've been with somebody and y'all haven't necessarily had a title and y'all just being friends. Mm-hmm. Do you just have sex with this friend?
Yes. I've had sex with a lot of friends of mine.
And that is where I cross the line, because if we are being that intimate, like, you're my man, like, you cannot be with nobody else, we're together forever.
See, and that exactly is the problem that a lot of men deal with when a woman wants to be in a relationship with him. He doesn't see you as a forever thing. And a lot of women see a lot of men as forever things in the status of wanting to be in relationships. We think logically. And if the logical explanation of being in a relationship means forever to this woman, the last thing we want to do is break your heart in that relationship and go cheat on you. So you're lucky enough to deal with a man who says, hey, I don't want a relationship. We could be friends. We could do this fun sex thing. And if you're okay with that, fine, I'm gonna date other women, I'm gonna have sex with other women, but you focused on this relationship, you're gonna get your heart broke. That's verbally saying it up front. Now if a man is kind of shying back every time you bring up a relationship, you're dealing with the wrong individual. But
okay, so I guess my question is, most people say, okay, a man know he found the right one, and when he's found the right one, he wants to, be with her. So it's like, if I'm telling you that you're my one, and you're saying that you do have feelings for me and you do like me, but you have to still get it together. It's like, what's the difference between now versus like when you do have it together and things are going right for you? That what's the difference? Because it's not gonna always be the perfect moment or the perfect job or the perfect situation for you to say, hey, I'm gonna commit to this person. So like, what is it?
Okay, so that right there is the prime example of a man saying, right now isn't the best time for me to be in a relationship. That means I'm not mentally stable enough to handle you in my life.
Okay.
At that level. Because when you go from friends and not being fully committed to a relationship, things come with that. And a lot of, I mean, again, for a fact that when those extra things come on with being, hey, I'm fully in there, I'm fully committed, you bring in new complications and new issues that people don't want to add to their life. And that means I got to deal with your emotion at a point where I'm already mentally stressed. Then if I'm mentally stressed as a man, especially in a young men who mentally stressed means I'm going to do something that's going to it's just going to be instant gratification. I'm going to find my instant gratification to get out of this mental stress. Whatever that is going to cause conflict in our relationship.
So what am I supposed to do? Because my whole fear is that, like, okay, let's say I want you, and I'm feeling you, and then it's like I'm waiting and being patient, and someone else comes along. Then I have to decide, like, hey, well, this person is kind of more like, yo, I want you. You a good girl, and you got a lot of good things going for you. I think you'll be great for my life.
Wait.
So then it's going to be like on some fatal attraction because I'm not going to be able to decide who I want to be with because you should just step up to the plate and say, yes, I want to be with you for forever too.
But men deal with that all the time.
So how are we supposed to deal with it then?
Imagine being a guy and there's 5 women who say the exact same thing when you got a woman that you've been trying your hardest to get with. So this is
trying to get in the bed with her or be with her?
Just be with her. Again.
Oh wow! So apparently,
so there's often times where men are not deciding to be with you because they're trying to get at another woman.
Somebody else.
So how often do you go through that problem? Think about how often men go through it. If there's a guy who's saying, "Give me a chance," and you give him a chance and it don't work out. That's a hasty situation right there. That's a hasty person that doesn't even know who you are.
So let me get this straight. If a man doesn't want to be with me, it's because he's trying to get with another girl.
No, not all the time. It's just if a man doesn't want to be with you at that very moment in time, take that at face value. Take it. I mean, accept him saying, I don't want to be with you right now. If you can't take that, then you don't need to be with him.
So do I not be his friend or do I just
remain his friend? I like to say this, and I want to just have this to be my tagline quote for this whole conversation. Play your role until your role changes. It's like having a job. You have to stay in that position until you have an opportunity to move up to a next level in that position.
But I feel like when it comes to you've had sex with this person, you've been intimate with this person, and now this person saying that they don't want to go to that next step. So am I wrong to say, okay, well, I don't want to be intimate with you no more, and I don't think we should do all things that we've been doing because I've been giving you my time, which is the most valuable thing I can give to you.
Definitely not. A lot of men, a lot of men deal with that, where women say, hey, I'm ready to, just end all, the sex, the conversation, the communication. I want to cut it off. I'm speaking from experience here where, again, my biggest advice to women is be just as patient as him saying, I'm not ready to be in a relationship. If you can't be friends with the guy at that point, go find somebody else. Or
how long is too long?
How long is too long?
How long is too long to play your role and wait for a promotion?
It depends on the woman. If she's willing to wait, she's willing to wait. If she's not, she's not. But don't be a woman that gets strung along. Be very, you have the opportunity to, be the decision maker here. You know, if you want to deal with that stuff, then deal with it. If you don't, you have an opportunity to walk away.
But I think guys should also, you know, when you have something good, recognize that as well, because someone else can always come around and take that.
That is true. And if the guy loses,
y'all don't think like that
all the time. And if
y'all just don't care.
We're still young, you know. And again,
you remember thinking that one meme where the guy was all old and he was like, "I'm ready for a relationship now." It's like,
okay, so I talk to my friends all the time, and we have a group chat, and we talk about women day in and day out, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have guys in this group chat that, you know, all together with us in this group chat, we probably equal about 1,000 women that we've been with, you know, maybe even more, right? And with that being said, it's like, after 200 girls of having sex with 200 girls, right?
200 girls.
I know that's impressive.
Huh?
That's impressive. You know, I mean, that's like porn star numbers. But these are individuals that I know, and with me saying this is like, you know, I'm not breaking the code or anything here. I'm not telling on these guys, but to be honest, you have to think about it. After that many women, do you think that they decide to settle down? Some of them do, and then some of them say, I still haven't found the right one, because typically no woman has come across them to make a decision for change.
So is there a certain thing that's finding the one?
I believe there is.
But how do you know that that's the one?
Because the man have decided. I think. I don't know.
You don't know.
I really don't know.
Thank you so much for that, Damien.
I'm just saying, I can't lie and say, yeah, there's this. I mean, you definitely going to feel it. You know, I believe that you will honestly feel it, and I think a lot of men feel it and make that decision to buckle down.
But you know, we as women, we're told that if a guy is not committed to you, or if a guy does not want to be with you, then that means that you're not the one, and you need to leave him alone. So how am I supposed to decide if I'm supposed to be patient, or if I'm supposed to just be like...
I mean, how often do you chuck the deuces to men? You get what I'm saying?
About me.
I'm not saying you, but I mean, to women, how often are you saying peace to a guy that you can't be patient for? How long has it taken you to say it? And if it's taking you longer than what you feel that you compromise yourself for, then that's when you know when you should be saying peace, or you need to look back at the situation and give that person another chance.
I guess so. To wrap it all up, you're saying that if he's a good guy and he's being good to me and respectful to me, then I should kind of decide if it's like, okay, he just need more time to figure out my qualities and my value.
What I'm saying is this. If the guy is respectable to you, right? Honesty, I think that should be number one. Respect. If he's honestly telling you, I'm not ready, believe him, you know, and accept that. If he's still, you know, being respectful in that process of saying, I'm not ready, and he's saying, okay, whatever you decide for us to do, then we're going to do it. Respect him there as well, and, you know, make your decision off of those two things, I say. You know, and then definitely number 3 is, you know, pay attention to what they're doing in the process of saying that. You know, if he's honestly saying, I'm not messing with anybody else, and then you're like, wait a second, I just seen 12 girls, you know, say, hey, are you coming through to, you know, do the thing with me, you know, and that's him lying to you, obviously. But, you know, if he's saying, yeah, I'm talking to other girls at the same time, and you're willing to, you know, deal with that. Right,
but I think it's also like a level of like, what questions can you ask and what questions can't you ask, because then it's like, we don't go together, that ain't none of your business. Well, so if you are not where you say you at, and it's like, well, where are you at? Like, that's what I'm trying to understand. Like,
okay, so let's put this in perspective, right? Okay, and I don't know if you want to end it here, but how much TV do you watch?
A lot of TV.
A lot of TV, reality shows, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how many reality TV shows have we seen? One guy, 20 different girls, and then they battle it out, right? All the way into the final stage, bachelors, right? You know, and I mean, I've even seen women do it to, you know, Bachelorette, where she's like, you know, I want to, you know, go through all these men before I find the right one. There's top qualities there, you know. I mean, those are examples of what we go through on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah. So
y'all got girls fighting over y'all.
Women do too. They have guys fighting over them. You know. I mean, not. You know, there's oftentimes you don't get a chance to sit next to the person that you're, you know, in competition with, supposedly, but I mean, that's acceptable, but, you know, when you deal with it in real life, that's not acceptable. You know, we got, you know, 100 million views on these.
I mean, I don't really compare myself to reality TV because I feel like it's like a soap opera, but that's just me. You got some people who do go off of what they see on TV. But I think, like, you know, just to wrap it all up, I feel like any woman should not pressure somebody to be in the same level as them, but definitely recognize the signs and, you know, see it for what it is. But I think sometimes as women, we do kind of run fast before we learn how to walk or crawl. And we can be like, this is my man. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, I'm telling you what it is. Like, you're
don't do it, women, to yourself.
You're my man. But no, I do want to thank you for coming on. If y'all want us to continue to do this, if y'all have any questions that y'all want us to talk about, as it like he say versus she say, kind of getting like a male's perspective versus a female's perspective, email me at yowhat'sgoodga@gmail.com. And then, Damien, you can shout out your social media.
Awesome. I was hoping she was going to give me a chance to do this.
Shine, my brother, shine.
I need some spotlight here. But no, check me out, Mr. Strickland Mr. Strickland 44 on Instagram. I would love to just, you know, throw a lot of advice out here before we end this. But no, you know, I want to thank you, Taylor, for inviting me out to do a, you know, him versus hers conversation. But also want to say, none of this was fact. It was all opinion. Don't, you know, shoot the messenger for what
it's all facts for me. It's all facts.
It's just all opinion. Everybody has an opinion here. You can't.
So yo, what's good? What's really good?
Dance with my dogs in the nighttime. Trap.